Hello, everybody.
Morning, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right. You know what's funny about this season of The Wire? I was just telling you. One of my best friends who I work with, I was telling him we're doing season 4 now, and he goes, "It's one of the greatest seasons of TV I've ever seen," and I've never had a conversation about The Wire with him before.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So I'm excited to see where we're headed with this.
Sure.
You know, we're still obviously this is episode 3 we're starting.
Right.
We've got a clear cut path of where we're headed. I feel like, you know what I mean, in terms of like we're dealing with the kids here.
The kids, the police with Marlowe, and obviously the election. Like those three things are going to be huge. I think somehow there's going to be overlap. Yes. I think it's easy to see where the overlap is going to be with Marlowe and the kids.
Sure.
Because it seems like the giving out the money to all of them for school clothes was almost like recruiting. A little bit.
It feels that way.
Certainly with Michael, who I think is a really interesting character.
And maybe I shouldn't say clear-cut path. I think in terms of like what we're setting up.
Yeah. The things we're going to focus on.
Yeah, because season 3 did a great job of like introducing all these storylines and like kind of having them converge.
Yeah.
We're setting up storylines, but I have no idea how this is going to shake out.
No, not at all. I'm really kind of curious to see of all of it. I do think Carcetti's ultimately going to win.
I do too.
The mayorship. I really do.
We spent so much time with him.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We've set him up for more than a season now. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking at the like 5 kids that we're following, right? Naaman, Randy, Dookie, Michael, and Donut, I think are the 5 names I've gotten. Mm-hmm. And I kind of want to see what happens with them because I think this is a really interesting and smart idea where the show's going in terms of like, these are kids that aren't yet really in the game, except Naaman, but he's born into it.
Sure.
Dad being Weebay, but for all the other kids, it's like they're on the outside.
Yeah.
How do they get looped into it? They're poor.
Poverty. I mean, yeah.
Right? Yeah. They have these rich or seemingly to them rich drug dealers that are throwing money at them and showing them how glamorous their life is. I feel like it's like this is the one clear path they're being shown. Which ones stumble and fall down that path, and which ones don't. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm curious about too. Is how do you get out?
See, because I don't think all of them are going to be in the game. Because I don't think that's the kind of show this is. I think the show does a good job of showing all kind of facets of what we're looking at. I think one or some of these kids, who I'm really hoping for, don't end up in the drug game. And the one that I'm most curious about is Michael, because he turned down the money because he doesn't want to owe anybody.
Yeah.
But he was willing to work Naaman's post.
He was
as a runner or whatever he was.
Yeah. But he could also get out too because we have Dennis involved.
And we have Dennis involved too, who obviously is freaking crushing it as well.
So Michael has 2 paths here.
You know what I mean? Michael has very clear paths. I mean, they all really do, except maybe Naaman, who's. I mean, let's face it, man. That kid was screwed since birth, right?
Yeah.
Who his dad is, and his mom's on him to like get back out on that corner and get to work. Don't be skipping your job.
And the thing is, like, you know, we say that, like, this is all circumstance, and like, you know, it's all about like poverty too. But like, if you see how he's living, he's kind of like the rich friend.
No, he is.
You know what I mean? Like, his house is way nicer than the Randy,
Dookie, and Randy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And so, I think that's interesting as well.
Right.
You know, but the cool thing about Michael was that like I saw shades of Marlowe and Dennis in him.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a very interesting parallel.
That's the beauty of the show, right? Is you can look at these kids and be like, you're in middle school and it could go either way.
And the thing with Dennis too is he didn't make it out.
Right.
He made it out later in life.
Yeah, no,
like,
he didn't make it out.
Prison,
yeah.
You know? So I'm really hoping that he can kind of influence these kids and kind of help them.
Yeah, somebody on YouTube from where we are in season 3 of The Wire over there that just went up pointed out is like Dennis is who D'Angelo might have been if he would have not been killed and just spent his 20 years in prison and got out.
Dang.
You know?
That's
if someone didn't murder D'Angelo, that's who Dennis could have been.
That's tragic.
It really is.
It's really sad.
All right, we'll go get started here. We want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. Thank you, guys. And give a special thank you to all of our super patrons, AB, Actuarial Lurker, Balaj Fuldez, Derek Peterson, Devin Garneau, MTC93, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Jojo Potato, Natasha Norris, NJ, Sudugunda Varapu, Trey Contreras, Ware Panda 47, Wolfgang Wolf, Yannick from Montreal, and Torgeir Lingstad. Thank you so much, guys. As always, we're incredibly grateful that you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
In the description below, you'll see a link to our Patreon page for full-length watch-alongs. We're way ahead on Patreon of we're on YouTube on everything, but you're going to have to sync and watch along on your own source material due to copyright law. Yeah. We are watching this on Max.
Got the gun on the nightstand.
I'm really curious to see where we're going to go with his storyline now.
Yeah.
That the Barksdales are, his.
No, yeah, for sure. It's
gone.
like,
Ronaldo!
Okay.
Next time you finish off the box, you need to holler on it, yo.
I don't feel like those pajama bottoms are made for.
Yep. You have to leave the gun at home, I guess.
That's kind of dangerous.
You have a smaller piece, or maybe you can just put on a pair of pants.
Kind of nervous, actually. Is like
Right.
this how he dies? He's out without a.
Yeah, right? Yeah, maybe.
We could get him off the show like this.
Dies in a robe like that?
Yeah.
There he is. Come on, yo.
Everyone's running from him. He's just.
Okay,
Out
I'm
in his
nervous now,
PJs.
too. Yeah, I'm nervous now, too.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't got no honey nut.
What do you see?
Push come to shove, you just pull a Brad Pitt,
Right.
grab one of those cans and just throw it.
It doesn't even phase him, does it?
No. That is kind of baller just to be like,
Yeah.
walk outside and just kind of clear the street. You're
Dude,
not
go
armed.
home.
Yeah, you're not armed right now.
They don't have the honey nut?
I don't even want this, dog.
Yeah.
Why not?
It ain't what you taking, it's who you taking it from, you feel me?
Okay. So who now?
How you expect to run with the wolves come night when you spend all day spunking with the puppies?
Well, that was quite a scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was nervous there for a
So
second.
was I. But no, it was just he just goes out to buy cereal in his pajamas and people are terrified of him and start throwing their drugs at him.
That's power.
Yeah.
That's interesting that he's like, yeah, I don't even want this. Like, it's just, like we said, the Barksdales are gone now, so he's like, what's his
He's
purpose?
completely unmoored, yeah.
Yeah. He's
He needs
not,
a new enemy.
he needs a new enemy, but also like maybe start protecting the community a
Sure.
little bit. And I think if he gets wind of Marlowe too, I think he
Right.
might be like, well, I'm not cool with that because they're putting people in houses, man.
Yeah. Guess he's got to figure out a reason to be mad at somebody.
Yeah. He's like, I'm retired now.
Right?
Yeah. I am hoping in this episode we do get some classroom stuff.
Yeah. I feel like once school starts, and I think this might be it,
Homeroom,
we'll get into
Yeah.
Prez's classroom.
I'm rooting for Prez. I really
I
am,
am too.
man.
These people are terrifying.
I
by
know. I
the
was just
way.
going to say, Chris
Marlowe's
Harrison,
crew,
boy,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Snoopy too. I mean, they all do.
Yeah.
Start taking on packages so you can step off. My man Chris gonna holler at you, all right?
Go along with it, man.
Yeah. It's just you, really. It's a bunch
Yeah.
of kids, man. You can't go to war.
Not with these guys.
No. You'll end up in a house.
Avon couldn't take them down.
Any violation, meter flag goes up. Inspection sticker. Tow it.
Done.
Next.
So we're getting dirty.
Yeah.
Clarence, I'm running dead even with Bond right now.
Well, how you gonna be running? I drop you from the ticket.
Oh my God.
Thank you, gentlemen. Go to it. Now. Just a minute.
Jeez, all right. Well,
He should be on Veep.
he really should. Yeah.
Expands witness protection program. Fought for and won extra funds. Hell with that. I go after that state match funds after the election.
And people can die in the meantime.
Yeah.
I'm all the way repaid. And tomorrow's school.
Come on, man, what the fuck you wanna go to school for?
Oh, Bodie.
Bodie, man.
Astronaut? A dentist? A pay lawyer?
He could. He's a kid. You know.
Yeah. He's in middle school, man. Leave him alone.
I said, I know that kind of money doesn't come easy to anyone. Now, it's just something on my end here, some construction or something.
They put a construction crew out in front of his office,
they
too.
did,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
2 hours, 30 grand.
I never thought about doing
I getting the hang of this or what?
Clever.
Dirty tricks.
You really pissed him off.
Guess I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
That there city girl. I like Shorty too.
I love how he's watching the cops and they don't even
He
know
sees
it.
everything.
Yeah.
In another life, he'd be a great detective.
That's what I'm saying. He'd be a great cop. Oh, cameras on the gauge door.
You look like one of them half soul, half Chinese type. Vietnam and shit.
No.
I mean, maybe. I have no idea, but still that's a weird small talk.
Yeah. Not the correct nomenclature.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Yeah.
Getting close.
Deputy called me downtown.
You guys aren't into any shit, are you?
Well, tell him. He's about to go get yelled at for those subpoenas.
Yeah.
And in light of that, we want you to improve the performance of another vital aspect of our mission.
Sir?
Telephone reporting unit. You report there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jimmy, how's that beach house coming?
Beach,
Fine shirt.
Great.
So political.
Right.
Ooh, smells good.
Spaghetti, nothing fancy. Cote de Rome?
Yeah, the sommelier behind the plexi said it was dry.
Sommelier behind the plexi.
Yeah, that's right. Let that shit breathe. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They hear worse.
Yeah, no doubt. I like your binders.
Thanks. McNulty gave them to us.
McNulty?
Yeah.
Not Jimmy.
Yeah, I was gonna say they call McNulty.
No, Daddy, Pops.
McNulty.
Oh, just plain McNulty.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got no muscle, no backup.
I would just leave the corner and
Yeah.
go somewhere else.
So you want to bump with Marlo over real estate. You on your own. But if you want my advice,
I don't, man.
Is he working East?
I think he's probably with Prop Joe because he's the one that's giving out the drugs.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time with it, though. Something ain't right.
Well, enjoy it while it lasts.
You working something?
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it's fine, Jimmy. You go. I'll talk him in.
Don't go back to corrupting Jimmy.
Yeah, please. Yeah, this is nice. This is
You're
really
smash
nice.
his car on the way back.
Did you beat that woman in there?
I just want my money back. Excuse me, Mr. Gergen. I need a moment with my director of security.
Yeah.
Punch that guy in the face.
No, Mr. Colvin.
Shut up.
Yeah.
30 years a police officer. I never took cuffs off a right charge. Ain't about to start now.
You're not a police officer, Mr. Colvin.
He can't do this job. This isn't you.
I'd quit.
Yeah.
The way he's looking at him. Yeah, try something.
Right.
That music.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I almost want to pick up the money and hand it to her and tell her to get out.
Yeah.
Like, you earned it. Go. Not that that makes up for it. But
Still.
I mean, she shouldn't have sold his money. Let's be clear.
No, for sure.
Right.
But it's a rich guy. He's got plenty.
I mean, Lake Trout, that's all marketing. It's just all dressed up like something it ain't.
Oh, wow.
sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can change.
It really is.
Don't corrupt him, please.
I mean, really.
Look at all these big ass 8th graders out here.
You get that up.
Can't come in.
Oh, screw you.
Yeah, seriously. Off your high horse.
He's an 8th grade kid.
Sweated them in the summer, ran, jumped, rolled in the dirt with the bad guys. 24/7, 365.
Yeah, but he's there to be Rawls' guy.
We'll make it together with good work and good supervision.
Okay.
Every step of the way.
Seems nice so far. I mean,
Yeah, but that was, I want to be briefed, you know.
Yeah, let me know.
Good supervision, so I can shut you down.
I'm watching you.
Yo, Michael, who you got? Hey,
Come here. No, I like that he's looking out for his little brother.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, one of them has Presbolewski. You can hear it.
Uh-oh. Look at this. Where's your fine take-home car?
So you're just waiting for the mob.
Right, yeah.
God.
It makes me a little excited. You know what I mean? First day of school, you know?
7th grade is on the 2nd. 8th grade homeroom is on the 3rd floor.
They must color code their polos by what grade they're in.
Quickly and quietly, people. I see you, Quantel.
I see you too. Yo, what up, turning you back from work? Ah, damn, man.
You can't hit the kids in the first day.
Yeah.
Next time they stay in my drawer.
Whatever, man.
Of course she wasn't going to go for that, you know?
Right.
The earring thing I'm kind of surprised about.
I'm assuming people know who his dad is and just leave him alone for the most part.
Clear out.
Yo, them bitches is on steroids, bro.
I just thought it was like an awkward boy meets girl
I did too,
situation
yeah.
there.
Hi, I'm Randy.
How you doing, Randy?
That's nice, actually.
Yeah.
Check the chart.
Like, these could be really good kids. You know?
I don't think anybody checked the chart.
Okay, good morning.
Big boy voice, man.
Yeah.
I'm your homeroom teacher, obviously. My name is Mr. Presbolewski.
But you can call me Mr. Presbolewski.
Oh, dad joke to start it off.
Expect the class change to ring in 1 minute. Students will walk, not run, to classes in an orderly manner.
Already?
We'll get to know each other a little later.
I bet he's going to be good at this eventually.
Me too, yeah.
I'm Charlene.
Ronald Parker?
Kareem Williams. Ronald over there.
Did you guys check the chart?
They're all sitting in the wrong seats.
Yeah.
Hold on. Whoa, everyone stay where you are. Stay where I need those passes back.
This is making me uncomfortable.
Just take one. I need those bus passes back.
No one leaves this
Oh my God.
room
Buddy.
until Mr.
You lost the hall passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a teacher that's not going to play in there.
Yeah, I mean, really, yeah.
He'll get the hang of it.
They are going to try to get over on you all the time, man.
For sure. I thought Randy was actually being really nice there for a second, but now he's just working.
He's a politician. He'll probably be mayor by the time season 5 rolls around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's laughing. She's like, you can go ahead. It's safe.
He knocked this time.
Oh, man.
Are you coming in or what?
Coming in, okay?
Oh, my God. Herc's such an idiot.
Yep. Hey.
Yeah, put a bell on yourself next time.
Right, yeah.
He said that this is a good detail for going up the ladder. I mean, I know you have to do it for a while, but maybe next year.
Lieutenant Hoskins has already made it to lieutenant. They graduated together, and he hasn't got sergeant yet.
Yeah.
No need in wasting good police like you chauffeuring around politicians.
I don't even know what to say, Mr. Mayor. This is unexpected.
Yeah, it's
not at all,
for sure.
I need to change my seat because this boy has smells like a garbage can.
All right, you need to work a little on your compassion skills.
I agree.
East or west?
Right. It doesn't make any difference.
That's what you think.
Okay, east.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to Philadelphia.
Man, Philly's ass. Yo, you think Allen Iverson is ass?
Oh, my God, this is...
I never play for the Sixers no matter how much they pay me.
They pay your ass to go away. Hey, he driving on I-95. You need to watch out for the state police. They be profiling.
Why?
Hey,
Yo, you know he's black. You know he's black.
Okay, Chuck is leaving.
Is he driving? Or is he like in the back seat?
We're going to have a fight, aren't we?
You know what?
Yeah.
Fun is fun.
And he's got the hall pass. So
How much is he getting paid for this?
Not enough. Not enough.
Everything okay in here?
He just needs to go sit in her classroom and just say, teach me.
Seriously.
Yeah.
6, 10, 12 felony cases a month. That means no more long-ass wiretaps.
Oh, this is just pointless now.
Yeah.
Well, detective, the deputy ops is going to talk to you about that.
Yeah, he's just there to destroy the whole unit.
For sure. Thanks, Rawls.
Kit Kats your dollars?
Oh, my God.
I can get in here for y'all. Gummy bears? Ain't a problem.
I feel bad for Dookie.
So do I.
You're doing a 3 for 2 discount, and I'm taking personal orders for tomorrow. So if you want something special, come holler at me.
He's just spending the whole day in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Que pile mierda. Why not give me a water pistol?
Hey, yo, Ronaldo, you just worry about how we gonna do. It'll play.
If you say so.
Don't you know this shit is bulletproof? You don't understand.
You heard what the boy said?
Yeah.
A box of Newport.
Well, Kima might be off it, but at least
Yeah.
Omar's there.
Where's my change, yo? Wow, me. Okay.
He's having a terrible first day.
Aren't you gonna bone that skank? Can you please shut up? Mr. Presbo is trying to teach us something.
You shut up, bitch. He ain't teaching me nothing.
Oh, my God.
So,
See, he can't just let that slide.
my question for you is...
Or just happen again and again and again.
You're going to have to send some of these kids to the principal's office.
I know, right?
This is why I need somebody like you to be paired up with me. I go out there my own.
And they say you're tenured ass for parts.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah.
18 to 21. By that age, they're deep in the game. He's fucked on that. So join him.
Yeah, you him younger, like in Prez's classroom.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Who did it?
Somebody was doing their work. Okay, a small win.
They've got great handwriting too.
Yeah.
Well,
one win, one kick in the teeth.
It's okay.
Take the win.
You're the authority. So.
Yeah. Right.
You color reporters?
All 3 channels and the Sun.
Oh, witness funeral.
My condolences. I'm Thomas.
I know who you are. Thanks for your respects.
I feel gross doing this because it's a political move.
It is a political move.
Going to someone's funeral for
I was
politics.
just going to say, be there because you want to be there, not because you're trying to run for office.
Yeah, it's part of the game, but it's gross.
It is.
So sorry for your loss. You really shouldn't be here today just because your son came forward as a witness.
What do you mean?
That's it.
Yeah.
Go sit down.
Look, guys, I'm sorry, Now's not the time. I don't really have anything to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I'd stand out there and grandstand in front of the funeral either.
How's that really gonna look?
Boss, as political theater, this is pretty fucking lame.
Yeah, well, that depends on the audience.
For sure. Like,
yeah.
And also, it's just wrong. I mean,
it's pretty rough.
Boss, you want me to stay?
No, we good.
He went and got him a bad one to show him, didn't he?
Yeah.
That guy looks terrifying.
Sean, how old are you?
18. How old are you? You shine-head motherfucker.
You got me.
Yeah.
The fuck you want with my sister? What the fuck's this Chuck E. Cheese looking motherfucker writing?
What would you do if you heard your sister got beat up by some guy?
Which sister? I mean, because it's Cherie, she probably had it coming.
Oh my God.
Or what if you ain't no boy?
Then I get the myself when I get out.
What if you had a life sentence?
Then I'll fucking escape.
God.
It's just a question.
Yep.
Son,
I don't want to do that.
Thanks for being you.
Here's your pen back here.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm ready to acknowledge that 18 to 21 might be too seasoned.
Yeah.
Because if it's just kids, you got Douglas right around the corner and school's in this week.
High school?
Yeah.
That's what, 15 to 18, right?
Yeah, but I would,
This is actually perfect for Bunny.
Yeah.
Kima, what's up, girl?
Are you sure?
Transfer.
You can't come back here. You too good for a district.
I need a home, Major.
If you need to make a move up, or at least lateral.
Just trying to pull a Jimmy.
In your final court report, it would be prudent to tell the judge the investigation hit a dead end.
Oh, so he's threatening everybody else. Because he sucks.
Yeah, Rawls the worst.
I doubt you believe it, but I respect the effort.
Yeah, but I would want to hear. I don't care.
Yeah. Seriously.
I know it's hard right now, Detective, but try to think on this as a favor.
Rawls is so punchable, dude.
Yeah, he is. He's always sucked, but this is pretty low even for him.
Yeah.
It seems a little safer than the 18-year-old.
It's a madhouse, though.
But for you, Major, let me see who I don't love no more.
So Griggs and Freeman are going to homicide.
Shaquan?
As far as it wants, I mean, it's a rocket ship, right?
Was it her notes?
I don't know.
1,000 miles?
Yes.
On the money.
Oh, Mr. Presbo, I was going to say that.
He's just still fighting.
Oh! Oh my God!
Crystal, have the office call 911 and get the nurse.
I'm sick to my stomach.
Oh my God! Oh, that was shocking. Good God.
That's affecting. It's like, look, I know that like violence in school is like very prominent now, but like the fact that like it's situations like this,
Oh,
rip your heart out. That'll rip your heart out.
That came out of nowhere. That was rough.
That got me. That's it's sickening. It really is.
I thought she was gonna slap her, and then that blade.
Well, I saw that in her hand, and I wasn't sure what it was.
I could tell what it was.
Yeah,
I feel like if you do know what it is, why are you letting her sit
Yeah.
there with the razor blade out?
Like, hey, give me that, please.
Right, yeah.
Look, stand up to bullies, but that's crossing a line. That
drove a car over the line.
You disfigured that person.
Yeah,
you know?
that's going to be permanent damage. Likely, I don't know.
Probably.
But,
I mean, like,
yeah,
that's
that was pretty
blood,
intense.
Man.
Yeah,
like,
that was pretty intense.
That's changing your life, and that's escalated situation. You're gonna go to jail. You know. Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna kicked out of that school probably.
No, for sure. No, that's expulsion and probably juvie.
Yeah. It's ruining your own life.
Yeah. That was tough.
And look,
so much happened in that episode, and that was like such a shocking thing to end on. It's kind of like when Stringer got shot. It was an episode where a million things happened, and at the end of the episode, all you can remember is Stringer's dead.
You're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I didn't even consider the violence in school.
Yeah, of course, right? Yeah.
You know?
Especially this age group. You know, you're thinking like, oh, these are like little kids still.
Well, let's get into that because you got Bunny there now, right? And that's kind of what he's saying. This is where we need to start. This is where this begins.
Intervention can work.
Yeah,
as opposed to way too far down the line.
And we mentioned it too. Like this is like with Randy selling the candy and stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean, this is the beginning of this. What I'm really hoping is that Prez does find a way to get through to these kids.
I think he will.
I think so too.
You know, he found his place on the wire, obviously, and it was an intellectual place.
And it took time.
Hopefully, he can kind of do the same thing here, where, you know, he's a puzzle solver, like by nature. It's what he said when he figured out the phone code that the dealers were using on their pagers, right?
Yeah.
I like to solve puzzles. Hopefully, this is something he can figure out too.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to have to. He's trying to relate a little bit, I guess. But like, you're going to have to relate a little bit more. Like,
I think he's doing, and it makes sense. Kind of like when you watch a movie, you know, of the teacher that goes into the school to make a difference, and it's like, I'll relate to him as people and not just teach to him.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a surface level thing,
Sure.
and he's trying it because he's new, and what else is he going to do? But I think the what worked for the lady that came in and kind of, you know, got the class back on track a couple of times.
Yeah.
I think it's like you can't pretend. You know, you take over the room and you let them know I am in charge. You know, and there's no reason to argue or fight about it. It's just how it is.
That's a good point. You know,
and he doesn't have that yet.
Not yet. And you know, I said earlier, like when they wrote the note on the desk, you know, you're the authority.
Right.
Well, lean into that, I guess.
Sure.
Lean into the authority aspect. You can care.
Right.
But like, you're gonna have to lay the law down, I guess, at first. Here.
The problem is he doesn't have any control over the room at all.
Yeah.
So things like, you know, a knife fight can happen in his
Seriously,
classroom.
Man, seriously.
Randy can grab 100 bathroom passes and just disappear when he wants. Kids can yell and cuss at each other and, you know, disrupt all day.
All day, man.
You know, it's chaos. It's hard to watch. You know what I mean?
Very hard to watch. Just in the sense of like somebody being so out of control.
Yeah. You gotta mirror that with the moron that's running the major crimes unit now, who's basically there just to destroy it.
I'm gonna call him Rawls Jr.
I mean, really.
I know he's got a name, but
started with an M. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, he was brought in there just to destroy the unit.
It's RJ right there.
Yep.
And Rawls is just gross.
No, he's gross.
You know what I mean? Like, dude.
I hated the condescending, like, you know, I'm doing this, you know, consider this a favor. Yeah, call it a favor. I'm like,
that position's just been filled.
Yeah, no, he's smug and arrogant and incredibly self-centered. And from the time we've seen him in season 1 up until now, with the exception of when Kima got shot,
that's the only time.
Right. Every single thing he does is what's best for me, what makes my life easier and better.
Yeah.
Which, you know, again, what we see with the police department and what we're probably going to see with the schools and what we saw with, you know, in the politics and what we saw on the docks, everything is a systemic problem.
For sure.
That people just get plugged into, and the system grinds them down until they turn into this, because then it all becomes survival. You know, Rawls isn't there because he wants to be a good policeman doing good police work. He wants to thrive and survive in a system that does not reward, clearly does not reward good work.
Yeah. And, you know, for a second there, the episode where Kima got shot, I really thought that Rawls was going to get there, because I'm like, I like you so much right now.
Yeah.
And then it just, no.
It was a great episode because everybody was, you know, that's the thing we see with the show, is everybody's pretty self-interested. I want this thing done because somebody above me is yelling at me to get it done.
Yeah.
That's like everybody's life in the police department on this show, right? But in that moment, everyone shut that down for that one episode. Jay's the same way. Jay is get this done because someone's yelling at me to get it done.
Yeah.
But he was on it in that episode, right? Everybody was on it in that episode because they took that seriously. But that's the one thing they really did.
Well, when you mess with us, it's like
we mess with
each other. You can't mess with us.
Right? Yeah, we took that personally because you shot a cop. Understandable, but they do not rise to that same level of caring on anything else.
Yeah, and you're right. A lot did happen this episode too.
Yeah.
Quickly, I want to talk about Jimmy and Bunk.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope Bunk is not going to be a bad influence on Jimmy now. I'm really liking him and Beatty together.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I think that was kind of the extent of it. Let's go drink. Are you sure this is who you are now? Okay. All right, fine. I think if Jimmy backslides, it's going to all be on Jimmy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think. Like, I don't think it's going to have anyone to point the fingers at but himself if he ends up just being a drunken lout again.
Which it'll probably happen. You know what I mean? It'll most likely.
Yeah, I think if he gets pulled back into like a major investigation, if he ends up on homicide, if he ends up in narcotics, if he ends up with Daniels working on Marlo Stanfield, I think getting out of all of that is part of like his rehabilitation, and just becoming a beat cop again has helped. I think getting back into the intensity of all of that might make his personal life spiral again as well.
But that's so interesting.
There's a married for him,
Like we're pulling away from The Wire now, though. Like Kima and Lester, they're out of it. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think something's like every season, something's going to happen. Like after season 1, it was dead.
Yeah,
sure. And they had to get it back. They had to get the band back together. So I think we're there again. I don't know what'll happen, or if some major crime happens where it's like, no, this is serious. Now we need to do this. But
what's interesting is that's happening at the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is the rest of the show going to look like for this season?
I think something's going to happen to where they get. Where largely, the investigation gets pulled back together.
And Bodie's got to figure something out too.
And
Bodie's got a choice.
He's not going to fight.
No, there's no way he can fight. But
if he does, he's an idiot. You either work with him or you leave. I mean, say what you will about Marlo, he's right. You have two choices. You can just leave or you can sell my package. And I think that's right, because the third option is Bodie can't take that option.
You think Bodie sells? Probably.
I don't know.
I mean, like, where's he going to go?
I don't know. I mean, find another corner and start building it up again.
I guess so.
I'm sure there's plenty.
You build that corner up, though, he shows up again.
I agree. But, maybe Bodie isn't cut out for kingpin status there. Maybe that's what he is. Have a corner that's good enough.
Maybe he is, though.
Right.
I mean, like the fact that we're still focusing on Bodie in season 4, he's by himself.
Great character.
We're getting a lot of him this season, so I don't know. I'm very interested to see where that goes. I don't like the implication it has for the kids underneath him, though. Like, no, like Naaman and Michael. It's like, okay, well,
just like with Lester, right? Lester was like, "Are you going to play ball or are you not? Because if you don't play ball, I'm not going to hurt you because you don't care.
Yeah.
But I will burn everyone that works with you, all the younger detectives that work with 100%. You. I'll burn them down because it's the same kind of deal. Like Marlo and Rawls are being the same person right now.
Pretty much.
Ugh, it's gross to say.
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See ya.